Hey, Mom. Get a load of the horrible Hungarian. Well, that's Nick Stanislaus. He was a boilermaker on that big building job I worked on last year.
What's he doing wrestling?
He gets to pick up a couple of extra bucks, I guess.
Don't you ever get such ideas into your head?
Yeah, we could use a couple of extra bucks, too.
Yes, it does get to be quite a struggle sometimes.
Say, we're all caught up on that last bunch of bills, aren't we?
Well, not quite.
What do you mean?
We've got a growing daughter, Jim.
That kid can go through more shoes.
Not shoes, Jim. Dues.
Dues? What's she done, join the Elks or something?
She's been pledged to the Night Riders.
The Night Riders? A daughter of mine in an outfit like that?
Oh, it's just an innocent name, Jim. They're trying to be grown up and sophisticated.
Night Riders? Where do they figure that one out? Why'd they call themselves the Cutthroats?
The boys have a club by that name.
What?
Oh, Jim. The point is, either you're in with the crowd or you're a drip.
Drip means dues, huh?
$5 a month.
$5? $5 a month?
Well, it's for all sorts of things. Weenie roast, beach, entertaining their guests. Children need a little spending money these days.
But she's already got a $5 a week allowance. $5 more, that gives her $25 a month.
But 50 cents a day for lunches and 40 cents for bus fare. Ellie's allowance barely covers her expenses.
Yeah? Well, whose idea was it to send her to a school clear across town?
I wouldn't be satisfied having Ellie go anywhere else. Everyone knows it's the finest school in the city. The least we can do is sacrifice a bit for our daughter's future.
Sacrifice a little bit? I don't spend $25 a month on myself.
Dad, I don't have to belong if you don't want me to. I can tell him I decided not to join.
You'll do no such thing. Now, see, we're done. Don't you realize it's an honor for Ellie to be invited to join that club? Why, the fathers of those girls are the most important men in town. Doctors, lawyers...
So what am I? A bum, I guess.
Oh, no one's criticizing you, Jim. You do the best you can. But don't you realize how important it is that Ellie have the right kind of contacts now?
So she doesn't marry a plumber, a guy who drinks beer, watches wrestling matches.
That has nothing to do with it, Jim.
Oh, I know, Alice. I want the kid to have every break, too. Okay, Ellie. From now on, you're a member of the loyal and respected Order of Night Riders.
If it's a hardship on you, honest, Daddy, I don't have to belong.
Oh, forget it, honey. What's an extra $5 or so? I could always go a couple of falls with a horrible Hungarian.
Oh, Daddy, thanks.
Not bad, huh, baby?
Real great. Gee, I'm having a wonderful time, Don.
Come on, honey, give a little. No wonder you're not making with a big baby. Your eyeballs are dragging.
Why don't you shut up?
Hey, Sue. Foolish question number 9-1000. Who'd you rather be dancing with? Me or your young King Arthur over there?
Even you ought to know the answer to that one.
What's the plumber's daughter got that you don't have more of?
Are you kidding? What are you laughing at? And incidentally, if you two are so cold, why don't you move closer to the fire?
Us cold? It looks as if you're the one who's getting the deep freeze.
Who gave you the right to do that?
Who gave you the right to do that?
I don't let just anybody kiss me.
Just anybody? Listen, I thought you gals didn't let drips get into the Night Riders.
The Night Riders are a regular crowd, Don. You ought to know that.
You call that kind of a thing being regular?
Maybe she just pretended to be regular so she could get into the Night Riders. Huh?
I didn't ask to join. I was invited in.
You could get invited out, too. You know, I think you picked a real sawed-off square. Now, if you guys are going to lower your standards, why, maybe you're not the kind of crowd that we want to travel around with.
Wait a minute, Don. We can take care of this in our own way. Give us a couple of minutes.
You know, that kid's got a real crazy right hand.
Yeah?
What do you want to do? Quiz with the top man on campus?
Don's all set to be next student body president. The Falcons would give anything to get him and his crowd away from us.
One more trick like that and they'll go over to the Falcons.
All he did was kiss you. What's so terrible?
If that's the kind of a club this is, maybe I don't want to be in it.
We heard about the strings your mother pulled to get you into Waverly. How's it going to sound when she finds out?
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing much. Just that her daughter isn't fit to associate with better type young ladies. Isn't that just about it, Peg?
Just about it.
Oh, you wouldn't.
Yes, we would. Convinced, Sugar? Still want to walk out? Then you want to stay. All right, down on your knees.
What?
I said down on your knees, Pledge. All right, repeat after me. I promise that in the future,
I promise that in the future,
I will try my best to be a good and loyal member of the Night Riders
I will try my best to be a good and loyal member of the Night Riders
and do everything I can for the good of the club.
and do everything I can for the good of the club.
Okay, you can get up now. The first thing you better do is go back and apologize to Don for acting like a square. Okay, dear. Do your duty as a night rider.
I'm sorry, Don, for acting the way I did. It's just that you took me by surprise.
Oh, that's okay, kid. You'll get used to it after a while. Hey, let's get a little life into this party, huh? Who wants to play chicken?
Now you're talking. Who's going to ride with me?
I will. I will.
Go up the road 2 miles. Start in 10 minutes. Quarter after on the nose, huh?
Right.
And when you come back down, blink your lights.
Okay, let's go.
Who's gonna ride with me? I'll take you and Sue, okay?
Okay.
What's it like? What does he mean by chicken?
You'll find out. It's the thrill of a lifetime.